Hello internet world, welcome to a new video on the Geekanoids channel. In today's video I have got a mesh Wi-Fi router that's really targeted and superb for gaming, but equally as good for general use as well. And in fact, over my couple of weeks of testing this, I've been so impressed, very impressed. Now I switched over to using a mesh Wi-Fi network probably about 2 maybe 3 years ago. This new product here from AmpliFi or Ubiquiti networks has really impressed me. They very kindly sent me in their AmpliFi HD Gamers Edition, free of charge for this video. Full disclosure, I'm going to express my opinion with you, also my experience with this, also show you the app which is used for controlling the router, and of course what you get inside the box. Let me show you the outer sleeve first of all. It is a little bit glossy because I've still got the plastic on here, but this is the AmpliFi HD Gamers Edition. You can see the product front and center there. This is a really amazing product, and it also is super easy to set up. It literally took 10 minutes for me to set this up, including a software update or a firmware update on the little tiny router. So inside the box you obviously get the router itself, which is just sitting here. I'll give you a closer look at that in a short while. You get a power adapter, which is a USB-C to a country specific plug, in my case a 3-pin UK plug. You get some instructions, and then you also get these 2 satellites. I've kept one in the packaging just to show you how neatly it comes presented. This is the one I unpacked and have been well, I've been using both, but primarily been using this one. And this is sort of your satellite, so this sort of extends the range and helps you create this mesh Wi-Fi network. It's a very neat looking plug, very neat indeed. Now, a couple of things. First of all, let's take a look at the little router itself. When you're setting this up, if you have got a, let me just extend these cables across so you can see it. If you have got a modem router, so a combination device, which most of us do use, then it's worth noting that you should put that device into modem only mode. So you want to switch off the routing features of your current device and then just use this for your sort of Wi-Fi routing. Now this has got a nice display on the front, as you can see. So this is the nice little display. It's showing the current time. We can actually tap through. It's a touch screen, so we can tap through and it gives us various feedback on our network. If it was being used, then it would have shown some data throughput as well. And then we've also got the current ports that are being used on the back. And then we click back round to the main screen. Very nice indeed. This LED on the bottom also gives you some indication of status, and you can sort of dim these, make them brighter and dimmer using the app. And then we've got a nice cube, which is this matte finish. If we look around on the back here, you can see the various ports. We've got USB, which is hidden just under here. We've also got Ethernet, which is currently in use. We've also got the USB power plugged in, and then we've got 4 gigabit Ethernet ports on the back as well. So these can be used for obviously hardwiring extra products like printers, computers, etc. You don't have to use them. You can connect everything wirelessly, but you can hardwire up to 4 devices. So these are like your LAN ports, and this is your WAN port, wide area network, local area network. And that is it. That is it for the device. One thing I did notice though, I don't know if it's just specific to the one I've got here, is it keeps asking me to connect the power. I think it's just a little bit loose on the back, so when I sort of stretch it out, I think it just thinks that the power cable's coming out. But it's fine when it's sitting on the desk, but worth noting, you need to place this, make sure your connectors are plugged in properly, and it really is easy to set up. You can set it up without an app or with the app, which is available on the iOS or Android store. So let's just pop this back over the back. There you go. It's asking me to plug the power cable in again, which it obviously is plugged in. It must just be a little tiny bit loose in there. And then we've got so this is your main sort of your main router, And then we've got the satellites. Now, these aren't extenders. These aren't traditional Wi-Fi extenders where you'd have different networks that you'd have to log on to. These are satellite devices that then create this mesh network. And the easiest way that I've always explained mesh Wi-Fi is if you imagine sort of wireless extenders. You've got one main point and then the next one sort of connects to that and creates this extension, and then you have to choose which one you log on to. A mesh Wi-Fi network creates a mesh of Wi-Fi signal, and then when you move around your building, be that a house or an office, your device, which could be a smartphone for example, will use whichever signal is strongest. So, and it's seamless. You don't have to put in passwords. It doesn't switch networks. Everything's got the same ID or SSID across the whole building. So it creates this really good, robust network connectivity. This is the app. I want to give you a closer look at the app. So I'm going to come back round behind the camera and just give you a closer look at this app. It really is a very, very easy app to use. So this is the main screen of the app here. You can see that because I haven't got the satellites plugged in, they're on the desk there, it's just showing the actual router. We can tap on any of these and we get some extra information. So we can tap on this and we can change the priority from throughput to latency, which is really important if you're into your gaming. So professional gamers can actually prioritize latency to give them really good connection to game servers. So that's very important. And if you tap on this, it brings up this other screen. It says here AmpliFi HD Gamers Edition, and then you get to choose whether you want latency priority or throughput priority. So very, very important, a really good feature for gamers. Then we've got general settings, internet and wireless. We can control the brightness of that LCD that I showed you on the main unit itself. The LED, we've got a night mode as well, so it can turn off the screen during a certain schedule, which is down the bottom here. Wi-Fi protected setup, etc, etc. Port forwarding, DHCP server. Really very, very good settings here. And configuration options. We've also got performance, which shows the current data throughput. We've got guest settings, so we can temporarily allow guests to connect. We've got family settings, so we can create extra profiles. And we've also got diagnosis, which actually tests the various products you've got connected to the mesh Wi-Fi system. So a really nicely laid out app which allows you to fully configure your products that you've got on your network. Very, very good indeed. Really impressed with the AmpliFi app. And as I say, that's available on both the iOS App Store and also on the Android Play Store. So really very, very good indeed. Worth noting also, I think they call it Teleport. It's something I haven't tested, so I must tell you that I haven't personally tested it, but Teleport is a subscription-free service that's available if you own this device. What it allows you to do is actually, if you're sort of on the other side of the world and you're experiencing bad sort of data connection, you can actually log back on to your home network and use the power of your connection at home, sort of like teleporting it to wherever you are in the world, and experience much better internet connectivity. So that's a really good feature as well, and that's subscription free. No monthly costs for doing that. That's free just for being an AmpliFi user. So that's a really good feature as well. Now, before I come on to my final conclusion about this product, let me just let you know one thing that's sort of on a wish list, and this is just me personally, or maybe you would appreciate it as well. These obviously plug in to a socket, so there's no sort of extension. Now, I was running this on a little mini extension just so I could get it a little bit higher up, because certainly down low, if you're at skirting board level, it's not for me the ideal position for these, but they do plug directly into the socket. I would have liked to have seen, and I think you can do this on some of them, but certainly not on the UK ones. I think you can do them on the American or USA ones. Be able to rotate this into different positions, but that's fixed. And also, I would have liked to have just seen maybe an additional Ethernet port on the side. Now I know there are other products in the AmpliFi range. There's an AmpliFi Instant, which I'm currently testing. They come as little boxes rather than this sort of style, and they do have a sort of a through port or sort of an extension port to give you Ethernet wherever these are plugged in. I would have just liked to have seen it on these as well, maybe on the top, maybe on the bottom, on the side. Just would have liked to have seen that. But apart from that, I've got nothing else to say that's negative about these. The experience has been absolutely superb. Really very impressed with the robustness of the connection. Super impressed with the whole package. The ease of setup. The app is absolutely superb, and it's a top quality product. I think the AmpliFi HD Gamers Edition is a great choice if you just want really good mesh Wi-Fi connectivity. It is a game changer, pardon the pun, if you're into your gaming with that low latency priority. It's a very, very good feature and something that you can definitely take advantage of if you are a really keen gamer or a professional gamer. So that's it for this video. If you've got any questions at all, pop them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, please do hit that like button. If you want to pick up this for yourself, there are links down in the video description. Please do use those links. They give me a little bit of kickback, help support the channel. They don't cost you a penny extra. And there's also a link down there to the AmpliFi website where you can check out the full technical specifications of this product and other products in the range. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you in another video very, very soon.